And President Benigno Aquino is fully committed to the protection of the environment from the ill effects of mining. His orders to DNR Secretary Ramon Pahen, no compromise in resolving the mine leak caused by Philex Mining Corporation in one of its mine sites in Benguet. Operations of its Pacdal mine site in Benguet was suspended since August 1 due to an accidental leak in one of its mine tailings. The flow of sediments into the Balog River drains through the Agno River all the way to the San Roque has raised concern of ill effects on the environment. Philex was fined a little over 1 billion pesos and could rise if it fails to contain the pollution. And joining us tonight is Director Jasareno of the DNR's Bureau of Mines. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening to everyone.
So the order of the President is very clear, no compromises in respect of Philex Mining. Are they complying with this directive? What measures have you undertaken to contain the ill effects on the environment?
At the moment, the Philex has 45 days to comply with the directive that they pay the penalty of 1 billion pesos. So we have served the letter last November 22, so they have that period to comply. In addition to that, we have required Philex to submit a cleanup plan that would ensure that the spill on the rivers, the affected rivers, will be addressed. Once we find that this cleanup plan is sufficient, we will now direct Philex to fully implement that cleanup plan.
So how much waste was disposed from the mine tailings and how many tons of sediments flowed from the destroyed mine tailings? Plus, how much fine is paid for every ton of sediment unloaded from the mines?
Based on our computation, the series of leaks that happened resulted in a total volume of 20 million tons of tailings. And these tailings found their way into the Balog River and then eventually to Agno River. Under the implementing rules, the fine would be 50 pesos per ton of tailings discharge. So that would amount to about 1 billion pesos.
So if the sediments are polluted, how serious is the impact on the environment, especially the water which is the source of irrigation in Pangasinan?
Basically, the impact would be siltation because if you have 20 million tons of tailings finding their way into a narrow river, that would make the river shallow and adversely affect marine life. So that's the reason why there has to be a complete remediation so that the impact can be mitigated.
So from the time of the leak, has Philex been cooperative with your office in solving the problem?
Yes, except that under the decision that they have to pay, they have this contention that the incident was due to force majeure and therefore they are not liable to the payment. That is one issue that we have to resolve.
So how long will it take to end this problem?
They have 15 days to submit an appeal. So once we receive that appeal, then immediately the government will have to resolve it so that unless they will seek further remedy, then it would mean an immediate implementation of the decision for the fine.
So what could be the ill effects to the people living in nearby areas, and what programs are being done to ensure their safety?
That's the reason why we have just created a multidisciplinary team to do a socio-environmental impact of the spill. That assessment will be able to find out the extent of damage on the environment as well as on the communities.
Sir, you said that Philex claims that it was an accident, it was force majeure. Are we ending it right there, or are we still looking or investigating on this matter, on what really happened?
At the moment, the government will maintain its position that there is no force majeure because government thinks that the rainfall, the excessive rainfall that happened in the area was foreseeable, and therefore contingency measures should have been done. And because of that, it is only fit that Philex must pay the fine.
So, and finally, what lessons should mining companies learn from this said experience, given the President's determination that when it comes to protecting our environment, he is fully committed?
every mining company must now realize that there is a new normal in the weather. The climate is a mining operations, especially in a country like ours. Precipitation, rain, is a factor in maintaining waste disposal system. So it is only important that mining companies must increase the bar of providing for contingency measures so that such incident can be prevented.
Okay, on that note, thank you very much for joining us tonight. That was Director Leo Jasareno of the Bureau of Mines. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.